Hi FEC kids, especially kindergartners, and I am really sorry that I did not have these stories posted earlier in the week. I had a little trouble with my computer. I don't know if any of your parents have had that, but I am actually going to just read these stories aloud to you and show you the pictures instead of using the PowerPoint. That was one of the problems. So I am going to begin with the story called Marsupial Sue. And Marsupial Sue goes along with our Australia theme. She'll also go along a little bit with our New Zealand theme for next week. So join me as I read Marsupial Sue by John Lithgow and illustrated by Jack Davis. And after I finish reading each page, I'll hold up the pictures for you to look at. Marsupial Sue, a young kangaroo, hated the hopping that kangaroos do. Look at all the hopping that they do. My goodness. Now I have heard that human children like to hop around too. Maybe on and off your parents' couch? No. It rattled her brain. It gave her migraine. A backache, a side ache, a tummy ache too. Well, it looks like she's visiting the doctor. Wonder what the doctor has to say about all of this for Marsupial Sue. One morning in May, she wandered away, leaving her relatives grazing on hay. So there we have a bunch of marsupials grazing on hay in a nice green plush field. Why did she see, or what did she see, way up in a tree? Koalas gaily at play. Who likes koala bears? I do, and there's Marsupial Sue actually getting a look at some of those koala bears that are up in the tree. Pretty cool, huh? And suddenly, Sue was convinced she had found a way to escape all the bouncing around. She climbed to the top. She heard a loud pop, and howling in pain, fell again to the ground. So there she is, upside down, getting ready to fall to the ground. Looks like everybody is looking on as she is falling. Not good, huh? Marsupial Sue, a lesson or two. Be happy with who you are. Don't ever stray too far from you. Get rid of that frozen and that frown on your face and waltz up and down beneath a marsupial star. If you're a kangaroo through and through, just do what kangaroos do. She looks a little sad, doesn't she? There's her koala friend, perhaps giving her a little bit of advice. With summer at hand, the weather was grand, so Sue stole away from her kangaroo band. So there's her kangaroo family down there. You see them down there? And it looks like she's getting ready to stroll through the mountains, the fields, the forests. Combing the shore, she heard someone snore. A platypus asleep in the sand. Now remember, Australia's a humongo island. So there's water, there's beaches all over the place. So I think we see her toes there. Do you see her sandals there in the water? She's got a bear in her pocket. And there's her platypus friend that's taking a nice little sunbathe on the beach. How many of you like to go to the beach? How cozy, she said, completely misled, ignoring the probable trouble ahead. So if she doesn't like to be a kangaroo, do you think she might want to become a platypus? I don't know. So there's our platypus friend with his sand castle, and there's Marsupial Sue getting all excited about this possible new life as a platypus. How perfect for me, a life by the sea, all snug in a watery bed. So there she is, just floating away in that ocean water. How many of you guys have actually been in the ocean and floated? Don't go too far out unless you are a great swimmer, and I doubt many of you are great swimmers yet anyway. So she flopped in the mud with a thud and a shout. She swallowed a scallop, a shrimp, and a trout. So I guess maybe she couldn't swim, and she ended up being brought in by a wave, maybe? Looks like she got just kind of plastered onto the beach, and she swallowed some fish. Oh my goodness. That would not taste good unless you fried them or baked them. By 1:45, the poor kangaroo had typhoid, pneumonia, colic, and gout. I think she had a lot of things happen to her after she went in that ocean and then came ashore. So she had to go back to the doctor. Poor Marsupial Sue. Marsupial Sue, a lesson or two. Be happy with who you are. Don't ever stray too far from you. Get rid of that frown and waltz up and down beneath a marsupial star. If you're a kangaroo through and through, just do what kangaroos do. Oh, look at that ice bag she has on her head. She must have a bad headache. And there she is, maybe talking to the platypus friend. Oh, goodness. That autumn, once more, Sue got to explore a creature she'd never laid eyes on before. A version of her, a miniature, a wallaby, with cousins galore. So wallabies are cousins, it looks like, of the kangaroo. And there's some more on that page. Before very long, Sue joined in the throng, flouncing and jouncing and bouncing along. Happy and free, she shouted with glee, "At last, I'm where I belong." So she loved hanging out with these guys, but she's bouncing. I thought she didn't like to bounce in the first place. I think she's a little confused. What do you think? Then she looked at the wallaby, sprightly and small, exactly like her, only not quite so tall. She widened her eyes and cried with surprise, a kangaroo's life's not so bad after all. Well, it looks like she's maybe starting to come to her senses a little bit. Marsupial Sue, no longer blue. You're happy with who you are. You'll never stray too far from you. You're rid of that frown, so waltz up and down beneath the marsupial star. You are a kangaroo through and through, so do what kangaroos do. You are a kangaroo through and through, so do what kangaroos do. And there we have her, finally happy. And that is the end of Marsupial Sue. And I'll have this book with me on Monday. And it looks like it even has a little CD. So maybe we can have it being read aloud. And then there's a song. So maybe we'll listen to that. So I will see you on Monday.